Hello, I'm Jen Holloway. Tonight, we give the spotlight to those who are striving to achieve more. There are a lot of local organizations focusing on anyone who's disabled, and all they need to succeed is simply a helping hand. Tonight, our Issues Tampa Bay focuses on those who are striving to empower the disabled. We begin tonight featuring a local company making sure that individuals with disabilities in our community have access to resources as well as support to engage in the employment process as they successfully transition into employment. Vanessa Rodriguez, Patty Sanchez, and Denise Gray, the first interpreter we've ever had here on our Issues Tampa Bay. They join us here now to tell us more about their organization and what they're doing here in our community. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us, Jen.
Tell us about your company.
Sure. The Diversity Initiative is a nonprofit organization and registered charity. We were founded in 2008 by our president, John Probanik, and we started service delivery in 2010. Since opening our doors in 2010, starting with our office in Tampa, we've grown to 8 office locations across Tampa Bay and Central Florida.
Wow. 8?
8 locations.
That's a lot. So that tells me there's a huge need for what you're doing in our community.
Oh, absolutely, because it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for employers who get their business needs met through the customized employment solutions that we present at no cost to them. It's a win for the individuals that we serve because they get to enter the workforce again and have gainful, successful, competitive employment in the community, get some income in their households. And it's a win-win for our communities as well because then those dollars that they're getting via their paychecks are being spent at our local stores. And of course, being paid into the tax system as well.
And it's all free.
It is all free. It is actually paid for by taxpayer dollars, and we work on a reimbursement model through the agencies that refer to our program to wonderful organizations, the State of Florida Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, and also the Florida Agency for Persons with Disabilities.
Excellent. How did you get involved? Where do you come into all of this?
Okay, I'm responsible for the deaf and hard of hearing in both counties, Hillsborough and Pinellas. I am hard of hearing myself, and because I understand the deaf culture and I communicate with them in sign language. Deaf is an invisible disability. Who knows the person has a hearing loss, but has a communication challenge. There's a lot of employers out there that are not familiar with the deaf accommodation, and this is where I step up and I speak with the employer and I tell them that I have a perfect candidate with excellent experience, education, and they're great resource for the company. Why they participate in this program is because they have a disability, which means they are deaf. And because for that, that's when I tell them that because we are contracted for Department of Education, Vocational Rehabilitation, we provide free sign language interpreter during the time of the interview, through hiring process, orientation, throughout the 90 days or 150 days, depending on the participant participation. And I'm there to support them from the beginning. I take the intake until they accomplish their successful placement. I really want to say that I have exceptional company, that they're deaf friendly. They are Amazon at Lakeland, Walmart at Plant City, Doormat, South Tampa, Morgan & Morgan for the people.com, City of Tampa, iCare Industries, St. Pete. All these companies, they have hired deaf as well as other companies throughout Tampa Bay community. I really love what I do. I take this job very serious
I can
because
tell you do.
I truly believe that deaf can do anything. And that's where I am a perfect example for the company when they meet me.
Okay, 2 things. May I ask how you lost your hearing or how long ago you lost your hearing?
Okay, when I was 3 years old, I was contact with German measles, which I had a fever of 108 degrees. The doctor told my parents that eventually in the future I will lose my hearing. Around 6 years old to 7, that's when I started losing my hearing. And my mother was the person that she didn't feel sorry for me because she knows that wherever I go, I can thrive into successful.
So do you think this organization has the same vision as your mother? You can do anything?
Yes, this organization is the best thing. I've always heard from companies that they say, you have this program? Oh, I didn't know. This is a wonderful program. This program, this organization is the best thing for those who have disability, not only that, for any disability, because there are people out there that they're looking for somebody to work, but they don't have knowledge about the accommodation. And we are here to educate them. So in this way, the individual can success in the work placement.
Well, that's kind of the idea of this show. Let's teach people what they don't know is happening in their community. So we appreciate you being here. And last but not least, earlier, prior to this interview, I said to you the words hearing impaired. And you said, may I correct you, please? What do you want the public to say instead of those words?
Yes, hearing impaired is not appropriate for the deaf culture because the hearing is not broken. The word impaired means broken. They don't have a broken hearing. I always suggest to use the word deaf, hearing loss, or hard of hearing. That's the accurate way you can identify these individuals.
I like hard of hearing. I think that's what I'm going to go for instead of hearing impaired. Thank you both so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for what you are doing here in our community. And thank you for being our first ever interpreter on our Issues Tampa Bay. I feel so honored. Thank you all so much, ladies.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll learn about a special program helping students who have disabilities gain work experience. It's a program that's currently in 42 states and around the world. You'll learn more when we come back.